Great. So today with me we have Alexandra, our community manager and marketing specialist, and Robert, our content creator and marketing specialist. So actually, today's AMA will be a very important one. There will be, very big things to be announced. That's why we wanted to make it a bit more structured, a bit more drafted out, let's say. So let me share the screen to show you what I mean here. Give me just a second. This will be here. Give me just one more second because we actually prepared a PowerPoint presentation, but Telegram seems to refuse to detect the window. So just a second. Got it. So here we are, guys. So basically, could you let me know if you can see the presentation?
I see it, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yep.
So today's AMA will be focused on a few different things. Let me start with the agenda. We'll start with marketing growth strategy, and I would like to discuss personally what we are planning, what will be done in the following weeks for the short term and following months for the long term. Then there will be, let's say, special event, small event, but doxing of a team member, and I'm really excited for him to finally reveal himself, let's say. The big thing, and this will be the main point of today's meeting, will be the discussion about the incoming funding up to $10 million. We will cover it in very detail, as well as the Ethereum bridge, because both of those things will be connected. And we will conclude the meeting with the standard AMA session. So let's start with the marketing growth strategy. So as you know, we are pretty early in the process, because for utility projects like MarketMove, which are really building something valuable, it takes time, but we want to make sure that even at this very early stage of our company, we look reliable. Our whole, let's say, vision is tightly tied to the branding and so on. That's why we've been working on rebranding. What it means is totally redesigning the graphic aspect of MarketMove. So new logo, new website, and all, like, let's say, marketing materials and so on. They will have one theme, one color theme, one graphic theme. Everything will be very, very tight and very, let's say, professional. So I believe this should be ready in the next 3-4 weeks. So totally new logo, website, and so on. Token logo as well. I believe this is a very good and very important thing, with regards to becoming a long-term and serious project in eyes of more serious investors. And we will, come back to this in just a moment. So this will be one, let's say, important milestone to the company, rebranding. And it will happen relatively fast within the next 3 to 4 weeks. The next thing is organic growth. So as you know, even at this point, we have already released the product, so AI contract audit, and we really want to promote it. At this stage, it's really valuable to mention that, without any promotion, just from word of mouth, a lot of people share the AI contract audit results, different projects, some projects even, post it on their Twitters, pin it on their Telegrams, and we have a relatively good influx of new investors, even for the last couple of days without any, let's say, paid marketing. We managed to get 200 new holders just from this organic growth. Also, also thanks to our community, which helps, to spread the word about the tool and so on. But this is only the very first feature. Once we will have the limit and stop loss order feature as well as other ones, in the upcoming months, this will be a much bigger thing. But even at this point, what we'll continue to do, but at much bigger scale, is the organic growth, which will be connected both with the AI contract audit tool as well as more content on our social media. This will be done much more professionally. Some educational content, blog section on our website, and so on. And it's connected with the 2 million eyes strategy. So what it means, not to disclose, too many details, but we will be able to share, everything with regard to our content, and especially this AI contract audit to approximately 2 million people. This will include, people from Telegram groups, people from BSC Scan, because we will be very active there. We will literally be visible on every single page on BSC Scan, in the comment section, probably also combined with some paid advertising and so on. But this is really important, to spread the word about the platform. And we will also, maybe moving to this next point, we'll also move to, or let's say not move, but open ourselves to new marketing channels. So the very important thing is influx of new investors, new people to the project. And some channels like Telegram have their own limitations, that's why we've already started this, but on a very small scale, but we will continue with that. We will go for Discord, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, and many more different marketing channels. Also newspapers. Everything is, let's say, being drafted out with regard to the strategy. But I believe it's really important, to combine these three things. So rebranding, look more professional as a company, as a brand, to make it look consistent, tight, and so on. Organic growth to spread the word about the company, about the product, about the vision, and new marketing channels to help us with that, to reach new audience, not only people from Telegram and so on, but people who might not be that familiar. Serious partnerships. At this point, there are some NDAs in place, but I can tell you that by Tuesday there will be a very cool announcement. We will be, for example, working in a long-term partnership way with an influencer, YouTube influencer with more than 1 million subscribers. He's followed, for example, on Twitter by Binance CZ and some other big guys. The deal is already made. I can openly talk about it, but the announcement will come by Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. This is also combined with influencers and social media content. Generally, we'll have a whole universe of the, let's say, very tied together marketing channels, promotion materials, and so on. So each of these channels, let's say organic growth, will be supported by paid marketing, and paid marketing will be supported by organic growth, because people will be then coming from one channel to another. We also have, as you know, on Monday, as for partnerships, we also have our very first centralized exchange listing. Everything with regard to what it is, what are the benefits, and so on, will be announced on Monday, as promised. Also, the last thing, we recently hired 2 people as advisors on a full-time basis. So welcome to the team, Andres and Alex, and they are really experienced guys in crypto with regard to networking, with regard to the marketing, especially with regards to building the brand, building the community. They are already helping so much, so I'm really excited to welcome them aboard. And let's go to the next part. So actually, before we move to the next part of the presentation, I will give the floor to another team member who, will docs just in a moment, and he will take the next part to talk about the most important thing from this meeting. So about the funding incoming, about the Ethereum bridge, and so on. So the floor is yours.
Sorry.
Yep, you are muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. All right. So I hope it's fine. For some small technical glitch, but I'd like to introduce myself. So my name is Mariusz Kierski. I'm better known in the community as Adam, so I'm so happy to finally meet you, finally step out from the shadows. I've been working with you guys for the last couple of months. I'm so excited to tell you what we're working on right now, and more importantly, what's going to happen very, very soon. And well, there are different opinions, but for me, I think that this might be the most important thing that's happening for a long, long time. And here's the thing. So we are actually looking to the ethereum. Okay, let's do this.
Marius, you're muted. I see you're muted.
Hey there, guys. Just popping in to say hello. Hello.
Hi there, Steve. So I see there are some technical problems.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Go ahead.
So my could please here. So I'd like to announce that MarketMove is going to raise $5 to $10 million of funding through the Ethereum bridge. And what that really means for you, it means for us all that once this is completed, we're going to have enormous budget for marketing, for being listed on the top exchanges, for delivering the best product ever, and to get our the number of investors to a new high, and for you guys to see returns you couldn't imagine before that. So this is due to be completed by the end of the year. Right now, we are already in the talks. How we're gonna do it is we're gonna have a couple or maybe a dozen or so angel investors, each of which will invest anywhere from $0.5 to $2 million in what we're doing. They see progress, see the potential in what we're doing, and they're gonna get the tokens from the Ethereum for that. So that's roughly how it's gonna look like. And what I can tell you is that thanks for that, we can reach things that would be not possible without of this, like getting to the new exchanges that would normally probably not be able to accept us, like for example Kraken. We're gonna have way more credibility. We can hire new full-time staff that will speed up the development efforts, and we can fully realize the dream we are all here for. And what can I also tell you is that this is not just mere words. We're actually in very advanced talks with some of them. They didn't want to disclose their details, obviously, because this is still pretty secret. But in the next couple of days, we're gonna show you an actual letter of intent for the first interested investor that's actually ready to give us money. They only are waiting for the technicalities of the Ethereum bridge. So this is all happening. This is all very real, and it's not just the bridge that we can attract, people from two blockchains to be able to. It's that we're gonna have way more opportunities, way more possibilities thanks to this enhanced funding. So this is the big news. We have been talking about the entire week. And
yeah, let me maybe interrupt you for a moment and add my 2 cents here. So just to sum it up, we are in talks already with a few angel investors. The process is really advanced. If everything goes well, we can raise up to $10 million by the end of December. And just as you can see in the presentation, what it means. Basically, it will be connected with Ethereum bridge, and Ethereum price will equal to BSC price. The price will be the same. So with so many funds, the price will most likely skyrocket. But why? With the funding we will receive, we will have enough funds to both run huge marketing campaigns, with really big advisors, with really big companies, as well as have the development budget to work on different features of the application concurrently. So this will, come much earlier than anticipated, and it will be of a much higher quality with regard to the platform. Also, just wanted to add the last point. So, having raised such a big funding round, this opens a lot of doors and really boosts the credibility. So Marius mentioned Kraken, but also we've already started, because it takes a lot of time, but we've already started the listing application for Binance and for other major exchanges. And I believe that with the Ethereum bridge and with securing this funding round, this will be much easier. Not only from the perspective of getting more exposure, but from perspective of credibility. But yeah, this was just my 2 cents. So.
Yeah, I'd like to also add, because I feel like you all probably wonder, so what's in it for the now gonna be trading on the two blockchains. So it's very important to understand that the price will be equal. There will be automated mechanisms that will make sure that the price is right. And since you are early here, you're going to actually have the benefit of being early in a fast-growing company that we are now. So the potential is the biggest for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. So just to add on top of that, so early investors will be really rewarded because this is how it usually works. That you have a mechanism, a process in place, which makes the price the same both on Ethereum and BSC. So the only difference is basically the blockchain which you use. You will be able to use both blockchains. So a standard bridge thing. But I think the most important thing here is that this will really be a game changer with regard to the whole project, because in the best case scenario, we will be able to raise $10 million. We are already in talks with a few angel investors, as Marius has mentioned. In the following days, you will have a letter of intent published from one of them, and the process is going really well. So I believe that's all for news, not to make this too long, and I guess we can proceed to the AMA session. Or Marius, do you want to add anything to that?
No, I'm good. I just wanted to say again, I'm very excited, and I'm glad I can show myself, and glad to be in time to announce such a big thing. So I'm here to answer the questions more about the BSC, Ethereum bridge, and funding, and Michael, everything else, as always.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you very much. I think we can go to questions from the community. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand using the button. I can't see everyone from the list, but if our moderators see anyone with a question, so please.
Right. Hang on. Oh, you have a question?
You hear me? Yeah. You hear me? I was just going to ask. I've been using the the auditing system, the AI auditing system, and I was just curious, is there many visitors on the website per day? I've been using it a lot.
So we are still collecting the data. I have shared some initial information about this, but unique visitors on the platform, I'm not saying about the website, I'm saying about the platform, I'm talking about the platform right now, is around 700 a day. So that's pretty impressive. And this is before it was free. So I don't have the very recent data. I can only imagine it's way more than that. But from the days when you the tokens, it was around.
Yeah, I can add to that because I was checking this with Google Analytics, and as Marius had mentioned, so before the platform was made free, so people actually needed to hold $100 equivalent of Move tokens, it was around 700, and currently from Google Analytics it seems to have increased a lot. It's around 2,000 to 3,000 daily visitors. So people who regularly use the platform. So the numbers are looking really, really well, and this is just the very first feature of the application, which is still being improved.
I can say that it's helped me because it's helped me avoid quite a lot of rug pulls where I would have been unwittingly unaware of, prior to it. Some of the projects look pretty convincing, but there were rug pulls.
Hear that. Thanks for. Can you please say what would you see? What do you like about the platform the most? Like, which feature is the best for you? Is this honeypot detection, the sell tax buy tax thing, or maybe looking in the issues in the source code of the contract?
I would have to say, well, there's multiple things. The buy and sell tax, definitely. The honeypot detection at the start was a wee bit iffy because it had conflicts with coins that hadn't, started yet. So there was a lot of false positives, but you did sort that out. So, that was a good thing. There at the very start, it does state whether the buy and sell tax can be adjusted. Now that's a good indicator. That helps give you an indication on how much control the developers really have of the contract. So yeah, there's lots of good things in it, and I know it's AI. It doesn't. You can't have blind faith in it. You still have to do your due diligence and look at other things. But in general, yeah, it's helped me steer. It steered me in the right direction. That's for sure.
Hey, that's amazing. Remember, if you have any ideas, if you have any tokens that would work different, or if you have any ideas for improvement, you can still use the Google form. There's also a new Discord channel where you can talk about this, where you can post ideas for improvement. So thank you very much, and I think we're ready to answer the next question.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much.
And I see Mr. Bean. You should be allowed to speak. Might have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, guys. First of all, congrats of the whole progress. My question is about the reflections when the Ethereum breaches happens. You said that the price is going to be equal, but what will happen with the reflections? For example, if someone sells on the Ethereum blockchain, do we still get the reflections on the BSC?
Yeah, so after that is done, obviously there will be a period when you can readjust, but there will be introduced a staking mechanism. I will not go into the details yet because this is still work in progress, but all I can say is that you will be able to stake your tokens for far better returns than you currently have on the reflections. In the meanwhile, you're still going to receive the reflections. After that, it will be asked to switch to stake.
Thank you.
I guess we can go for another question. So if you guys have anything with regards also to the marketing, to the short-term plans, so feel free to raise your hand.
Looks like we got growth. You're unmuted. Growth mindset, yes. You may need to unmute yourself.
Yep, guys. There, you will have to go ahead and unmute yourself to speak.
Yeah, if we cannot go with him,
Let's move on to our rebranding. You're unmuted.
Okay, thank you, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
yeah, we can hear.
Okay, first, congratulations for the investment round. Will be on December, right? So my question is, when these angel investors invest in the MarketMove, what will be the percentage of their investment based on the total pools, and what will be the percentage of the early investor in the total pools?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think I can answer this. So you can think about it, look at it this way. We want to retain the market cap and add the additional capital. So the proportions would be so that you can keep the price on the BSC and on the Ethereum the same. So for example, if you have, assuming you have 5 million market cap on the BSC right now, and we're gonna raise 10 million, it's gonna be 1/3 and 2/3, not including the staking wallet, but this is just a rough estimation for you. This is generally how this is going to work. The specifics we have to have a bit more information, but that's the idea. So that it will be fair for both sides.
Okay, so basically the price will be skyrocketing, right? Because the market cap will be third from today, right? Let's say how many total pools that early investor as is right now, right?
Well, not necessarily right now, closer to the time of the investment, but yes, this is correct. And also, well, I'm saying as a figure of speech that the price will be the same, but actually, if you think about it, once everybody out there knows that we're gonna have additional millions to spend, we can only imagine that the price will be far more. Technically, yes.
One more question. What did you offer to this angel investor? What did you offer the exit points for this angel investor? People on the angel investor usually will be interested if they have some exit point offered by the team.
So, well, if you wanted to invest such a, let's say, big sum right now, it would be a bit difficult because it would drive the price very, very, very high, and it would not be really possible if it wasn't for the Ethereum bridge. So only the angel investors will be able to buy the Ethereum tokens in the beginning, and once they are launched, everybody will be able to do that. But they can secure that on the price of the BSC, which is not something you could do right now if you wanted to. Well, you could for a small amount, but not for a big amount.
And is there any minimum holding time for this angel investor?
No, but they will have staking, so it wouldn't make sense for them to exit earlier, because you can't just so easily sell a couple $1 million and try to do 2x, because you wouldn't be able to do that. It's too much.
I can add just maybe to clarify. Sorry to interrupt. Just maybe to add to that. So I believe it's important with regard to staking, holding, and so on, that tokens will be vested most likely. So it will mean that they will be legally bound, to hold for a specific time and so on. I believe just to clarify what Marius has said. So basically, there will be both staking mechanism in place. So just to explain what it is for people who are not that technical. So let's say they lock their tokens for a period of 1 year to get APY, so basically something like reflections, but there will also be a vesting period, and there will be legal agreements with those investors, so everything will be in a written form. So generally, just to make it in a simple words, those will be the best diamond hands you can have, because they will be both legally bound, to hold for a specific time with the vesting schedule, as well as with such big sums of money, they will definitely want to stake their tokens. So this is the best case scenario.
So I think it's really important to kind of understand that there is a far different, let's say, mentality with somebody that invests. And just to be clear, I'm sure that there are a lot of diamond hands here that are ready to hold for years to come. But what I wanted to say is, generally, if you're an angel investor looking to invest $1 million or $500,000 in such a project, you're not looking to do a quick to act on that and leave, because it doesn't make sense for you. Not with this. What they're looking for is to get extraordinary amounts. So they are looking for us to become, let's say, to put it in the startup terms, a crypto unicorn, and that's when they realize their gains. So everybody that has this sort of mindset invests long term. Obviously, we're not the only project they invest in. They have a couple of others, and they're looking forward to receive extraordinary returns on some of them, and that would not be possible to achieve if it wasn't for their investment. Because let's be honest, with so much money, we can do so much more. Like, the new things are opening for us. New, let's say, social media opportunities, new views, new ways to reach the investors, and so on.
On top of that, that people, investing in different projects and so on in crypto, obviously wants to see good returns. And to be honest, from the marketing perspective, be it like BSC, be it, Ethereum or like other blockchains. So you have specific events which might increase the price, which might not increase the price, like some influencers, some different activities. But, here it's basically a thing like this. We have, from $5 to $10 million of additional funds for marketing, for development, for different activities, which will, not only help, to boost the price of the token itself, and they will, but they will also make the platform, help the platform be developed in a much more efficient way, to make it, to make the quality of the platform much better, to promote it on different major channels, even if they cost a lot, we will have those funds. And, for people who have been our diamond hands, so thank you very much. And, just to clarify one thing. So, if you stay with us, with those things coming, we cannot guarantee that, but from my personal experience, from my work experience, I can say that, if you are looking for a really big opportunity, not to do like 2x, 5x, but to 10x, but to do maybe 100x, maybe even more, I believe that such an event is the best way in which you can accomplish that. Because let's be honest, projects, bigger projects like even, Cardano and so on, it really took some time to develop, or Solana, for example. This is a very good example. But once it takes off very hard. So just to sum it up, because there were, some things which I believe are really, really important to mention for people who joined now. So by the end of December, I believe, hopefully, maybe even sooner, we will have secured the funding round from $5 to $10 million. We are already talking with a few angel investors. This will be connected with the Ethereum bridge. And the important thing is that the price on Ethereum will be the same as the price on BSC. So holders on BSC will be greatly rewarded here. So basically our most early investors. And maybe just to sum up the marketing plans for, because this is like, in December and so on, this is the real important thing. No, not, just some, let's say, single event. So, which will probably boost the price, but, but will not skyrocket it. Skyrocket like 100x and so on. But this one is the thing which can do it, both with the exposure, both with the credibility, and the funds, because this is a lot of money. And, we've been running businesses for the last couple of years very successfully, and we know how to spend it efficiently. But for the short term, just to maybe mention it once again, there will be an announcement coming on Tuesday or on Wednesday with regard to the partnership with a very huge influencer. So I'm really excited for this. Also, new team members, new advisors have been helping us a lot, and they will continue to do that to bring us really huge organic exposure and organic growth. So there will be definitely a lot more people coming to the project from, from new channels which we have not explored yet. Yeah, but that's the let's say wrap up. Marius, do you have anything to add to this?
No, I think spot on, Michael, what you have said. So this all makes sense. Just wanted to. I've already said that, but maybe I should say this again. You have to think about it so that you are very early in a project that has enormous potential. So think about it if you're like early investors in, I don't know, Facebook, Google, whatever your favorite startup is. This is the way you should look at it. It's not, an opportunity to do a quick 2x. Well, not anymore, but it's an opportunity to do something big together. And that's why we're doing the things that we're doing the way that we're doing.
Exactly. So I think we can slowly end the AMA. Thank you very much for participating. Thank you, because the whole success so far was due to the community helping us so much. I really appreciate, kind words. Also, not so kind words, but words which, really help us to improve both the project and the application. Both of these are really important. I really recommend you to join our Discord channel if you can as well, because there are different channels for like apps, app feedback, bug reports, and so on. Maybe just one last thing for the AI contract audit. This will be transformed, I believe, by late November into something called like AI contract and token analysis. So additionally to the contract audit, there will be analysis of the liquidity holders, and like different important, so let's say liquidity, like different important factors, just to have a full overview of the security of the token and the contract. But thank you very much. The AMA will be uploaded in the following days to YouTube for people who could not participate. And I believe we can also upload this short presentation just to keep people on track. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend, and talk to you next Friday. So just to remind everyone, we will have weekly AMAs on Fridays at I believe it's 3:30 p.m. UTC. So let's keep in touch. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend.